The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends,
and welcome to Swoontower Soccer, a podcast that's all about the boys. I'm your host, Mike Cragnola.
And I'm your other host, Steph Cragnola.
And we are here, as always, to bring you your regularly scheduled Swoontower content.
Yeah, we're a little light this week just because we haven't had a home game in a couple weeks, but we've still got some breaking news.
We do?
Breaking my heart with how cute it is.
Yep. So you'll be able to check out, we won't have a Match Scott interview, obviously, because we haven't had a home game. We won't have fit checks because we haven't had a home game. And our match mood is a little sparse this week. Steph, why is that? Because
we were at Dragon Con when we played the New England Revolution, and I will say we had the game on the TV. How much of it I retained? Let me just tell you, when we jump into the Celly Ratings, I saw these goals for the first time tonight.
And so we'll be able to do the Celly Ratings, though, because as a good husband, I clipped them for you.
Yes, thank you so much. I was like, oh, I didn't see that one. That was a pretty good goal.
Now, that said, we do have a bunch of social media standouts to call out this week, as well as the ever-present Man of My Jersey segment.
The Man of My Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. You added the first stuff while I was already cutting you off. That was fine.
Great. So we're going to get into it real quick with the match mood. Alex Ring with the game winner.
Yeah.
What a mood.
Oh my God. What a moment. Now, I might not remember much from that game, but I do remember screaming in that last second when Alex Ring scored.
Yeah, it felt like for the first time we got a lot of good luck from the refs because it was, 3 minutes of added time and we scored at like 93-48. So they definitely gave us a little bit there, and thank you.
But it also felt like for the first time in a while, you just felt that like chaotic joy surge through you in a way that we haven't really had a lot this season.
And honestly, it felt like it could have happened at a bunch of times during that second half, right? Like, we were knocking on the door from like the 65th minute on. I know that's like a little bit more soccer content.
You're getting into Moontower territory.
But like the vibe felt like a come from behind, either draw or win was possible in this game. And we haven't felt like that in a while.
Yeah, no, it was really great. It was really exciting. Do you want to talk about those goals?
Oh, I do.
All right. We're going to start with Rigoni's goal. Beautiful, beautiful goal. Beautiful man.
I have a question about this goal.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think he meant to do what he did?
Yes.
Okay.
And for that, his goal celebration was leaping into John Gallagher's arms to be carried to the corner.
Gally holding him with one arm like he's a tiny baby.
Yes.
Was... first of all, very impressive by John Gallagher.
He's very strong.
Which we'll get to later when we talk about some of the social media roundups.
Very strong and very spicy.
He is very strong, and I don't feel like his physical score reflects that in EAFC 24, but
neither does he. You know what? I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10 just for how strong Gally is.
Yeah.
It's a pretty boring Celly.
Sure. I think this deserves at least 2 points higher than that. So I'm going to give it a 9.5 because of the 2 points that John Gallagher was robbed in his physical stats on FIFA.
I'm actually going to bump mine to a 7.5 for Emmy's smile.
Oh, yeah. That's at least a half a point every time.
Exactly. All right. And then we had Alex Ring, which was like just a fever dream of a Celly.
Yeah, the note that I took for this goal is unhinged blackout straight to the sideline to party with the whole team. Brad comes from goal to celebrate with a lot of butt smacks.
Yeah, my favorite part of this is that I don't think that, I mean, obviously, like when we score, it's opposite of Brad. right? Like
Every
I'm
time.
talking through this and I know that sounds so stupid.
Ideally, anyway, right?
Right? But like I was thinking like, oh yeah, it's always on the opposite, but yeah, of course, because he's in the y'all. Mike, cut that, please.
I'm not gonna.
Please cut out me sounding so stupid. Anyway, Brad doesn't usually get to celebrate these goals because it's not usually in the last second of over seconds. And so to see him get to come up and be part of this end of game absolute cuddle puddle was so fun.
Yeah. What's your rating?
8 out
Nice.
of 10.
I'm giving it a 9.5 for the number of butt smacks.
Okay.
And honestly, I think we should probably take an ad break.
Swoontower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education.
You can go to fvf.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case. Yeah. Do-do-do-do. Boom, do-do-do-do-do.
We're going to see how that plays with the music. I don't think it's going to be that good. But you know what I do think is really good?
What?
This week's social media standouts.
Yeah, we're going to start by talking about Julio Cascante and his call-up to Costa Rica. We talked about the call-up last time, but he did get to play in a couple of games. He scored a goal.
Yeah, we're really proud of Julio. I loved seeing all of his wife's posts, like celebrating him.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so pure, and
So pure.
I just hope one day if I do something where celebrating Steph, we'll share it on the internet.
I literally share you taking a nap on the couch on the internet, so I don't think you have to worry about
Let's go. Now all I got to do is something special. Speaking of special, and Julio's wife, I want to talk about Dani Pereira, swim instructor.
Oh my gosh.
So pure.
Yes.
So for folks who may have missed it, there was a party at someone's house that we assume was Seba's birthday. Seba's
daughter's birthday.
Seba's daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
And Dani and John Gallagher were in the pool with little Antonito. And Dani was teaching him how to swim.
Yep.
And it was just the most pure little brother energy.
Yes. Yeah. Uncle Danny.
Just so cute.
So
cute.
Yeah.
So, if you are at the local Y and you're thinking, man, I just cannot get this front crawl down,
Call Danny up.
call Dani Pereira.
We got a few videos this cycle. The media team has been hard at work, and I am here for it. So the first one we got was Jean's recovery video.
Yeah. Dude's putting in a lot of work coming back from a torn ACL. One thing that I thought was super fun about this video is they showed the blood flow restriction machine.
Mm-hmm.
And when I had my Achilles done, the last thing I would have wanted is to have been on video while trying to use those machines, because they take all the blood out of your legs and they make it like so that even the littlest workout is like a gigantic amount of effort. But like,
I bet you looked as handsome as Jean.
I appreciate you saying that and know that is not true.
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it's true. So next up, we got a much lighter video, and that was the EA FIFA ratings video.
So it's not FIFA anymore. I messed up earlier when I called it FIFA. The reason they call it EAFC now is so that they don't have to pay FIFA for the name.
Oh, good. I like that. Okay,
Yeah.
EAFC ratings video, but we don't like them. We're in a fight on John Gallagher's behalf.
Yeah, how dare you?
First of all, Maxie is the perfect host for a series like this.
Yes.
Or for a video like this. Like, he's such a troll that having people guess their scores and then showing them when they're right or wrong. Incredible.
My favorite thing was every single time, oh, what a handsome face.
Yeah.
For everyone.
My favorite thing was when Gally literally threw his in the trash. And then honestly, the captions from the media team, so like unexpected kiss or stares in anger or bitter John, like all of those funny witty captions absolutely just make the vibe of it so good.
Yeah, really silly, really fun video. Super appreciate it. I know a lot of teams do the ratings reveals in different ways. Ours is the best.
Agree, because we're the best team in the world.
Yes.
All right, speaking of the best, I guess, Lexus did a video. They're a car. They did their Behind the Wheel series with Hector, John Gallagher, and Ethan Finley.
Yeah, how does this one compare to the
It doesn't. Nothing compares to Ruben and Julio.
Okay. What about Dani and Sebastian Berhalter from year one?
I would say it's Ruben and Julio. I don't know. I feel like this one is kind of tight. You can't really compare them because like one of them was like children having a fun time, and the other one is dads being dads. I know Gally's not a dad, but like he's got such a dad energy. Come on.
He really fits in with this crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hearing John talk to Hector and Ethan, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
You are.
I had to remind myself that he doesn't have kids.
Right. Yeah. But where does it fit in the three?
I don't know. I would have to go back and watch the other one.
Okay, that's fair.
So some things that stood out for me. They were asked which teammate's goal celebration needs the most improvement. Listen, Ethan said himself, but if he just read Twitter and saw how much I love his knee slide, he would know how to fix that problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised to see that he doesn't think he's good at celebrating goals. Because, like, all of his have been 9.5s for me.
Oh, my God. Okay. Which teammate would survive the longest on a deserted island? I thought those answers were really fun. That I think it's wild that Nick Lima is, like, the top choice with Matt Bersano.
And, like, a full, like, consensus top pick.
Also consensus that none of the three in the car would survive. And
Yes.
then Ethan was like, I would be too lonely.
So pure.
Yeah.
So Minnesota.
I might write help and then give up.
Yeah. I think that's, like, the cutest insight into Ethan Finley yet.
Yes. Yeah.
He is a social butterfly.
Yeah, he's like the folks on Alone Australia who, spoilers if you're not watching Alone Australia yet.
What a deep
Day
cut.
like 5 and people are like, yeah, I guess I don't like being alone. Bro, what show? The show is called it's called Alone. There have been 10 American seasons. Have you not watched one of them? They're alone. And you're quitting because you can't be alone?
The next question says, who would you least want to date your daughter?
I think these questions were so weird, and I think Ethan Finley is right for calling out how weird they were.
So I don't think this was a question from like Lexus or the club. I think John just asked him this one. I think John was just like, hey, so hypothetically, because Ethan's original answer is none of you. You're adults and my daughter's a child.
I thought it was my favorite part of that whole exchange was when he was talking with Hector about Hector's 2 kids. Yeah. And they're like, oh, she wants someone a little older or she wants someone a little younger because his kids are like right sandwiching that. And I thought that was adorable.
Yep. So cute. I also liked that Dani was the consensus. Don't let anyone date Dani. Poor Dani.
Poor Dani.
And also, I loved the insight into Brendan Craig as the like most pure little boy angel on the first team. I thought that was cute to find out too.
Yeah. We got whose pregame music taste is most questionable. Again, Ethan.
Such a dad.
Besides saying, I don't even know how to hook up to the aux, when he was like, yeah, I don't know, sometimes I want some American lyrics.
Yeah.
And I know, obviously, he meant English, but, like, it just was so...
It's so funny.
So Midwestern. So, like, he could not be more Minnesota, that man. Like, I just want to go up to him, talk to him about Duck, Duck, Gray Duck, and go
Hot
on with
dish.
our lives.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about Hot Dish. Talk a little bit about lakes.
We do love lakes.
I thought the shout for favorite place to eat being ATX Casino was super cool.
Yeah, I don't know that place.
And the reason behind it of like, I'm not going to spend a whole arm and a leg, right?
Yeah, that redfish is good, but or
Red ash.
red ash, bluefish. That red ash is good, but like you can't eat there all the time. I also liked that there were like 5 guys. Like
Yeah. It was Shake Shack. Like,
yeah, no, boys. Again, Midwestern.
What did you think of Ethan's proposal for a new rule to change soccer?
I don't think we need more rules. I think the thing I love about soccer is that there are so few rules.
But what do you think about the 2-pointer?
I don't think we need more rules. I don't want it. Like, I think in concept it's interesting, but like this is a man who's thought a lot about rules. And if there's one thing about me that you all should know, it's that I just can't get behind more rules.
So I think the 2-pointer is a bad idea.
Okay.
And I think Ethan Finlay should apologize as the player rep for suggesting the 2-pointer.
Aggressive. I think he should apologize to John Gallagher for saying your job already sucks when he was talking about a new offsides rule for defenders. That made me laugh.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. Defense is hard, and it seems...
Yeah, Ruben said on Mate con Vos last year, when someone was like, how do I be a center back? And he was like, don't.
Yep.
Score goals, get the glory.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Brutal. Dani's been back on TikTok.
Oh, yes, he has
during
been.
during this international break, and honestly, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Continue playing stupid TikTok games.
If there's one thing I needed in my life, it's Dani's face melding with Beyonce's.
Yep. Also, Dani playing with kittens.
Yes.
We need way more Dani kitten content.
Yes, we
please.
do. Yes, please. This
please
is Dani, please. One other thing I wanted to mention that we've got some competition. We've got some competition on the podcast circuit. So some of you might remember we talked about a thread a couple months ago of a mom who posted that her kid was so excited to see all of the cars come out after a match, and all the players were so kind and generous with their time. And so her son, she just posted on Twitter that her son has started doing the Verde Minute at his school, I guess, like with a friend. And so they've got like, what is soccer and why should people be soccer fans? And Dani Pereira made the player feature on his show this week. That he's going to be looking for player reactions at Sunday's game. So if you can find him, absolutely give him all of the support in the world. Verde por Vida on Twitter, we'll link it in the show notes, is his mom's account, and she's been sharing like all of his videos and stuff. So it is so pure and so good, and I just talk about inspiring like a younger generation to make content.
So cute. Oh my goodness, so cute. We're so happy that it exists, and like sharing that joy with his classmates, right? Like, oh my gosh, every time something like this happens, I'm reminded of how special it is that we have a team in our city. Yeah. So yeah, just wonderful, amazing. Teen Tower when?
Yeah. If he ever wants to come to, well, I guess Austin FC 2 wrapped tonight.
Yeah, tonight was their their inaugural season home regular season finale, but they are in the playoffs. And so there is still some more Austin FC 2 content to come, and so should be really fun to see kind of what happens with that now that we are into the playoffs with Austin FC 2. The vibe should be good.
Absolutely. All right, we got one more video to talk about. And I have to say,
I feel like this was partly us, right?
Yeah, I feel like someone's listening.
Yeah, I feel like this has to be partly us.
Yeah. So we've talked frequently on this show about our amazing, beautiful, wonderful friend Cassie.
Who cuts weird.
At Cassie Cuts Weird on Instagram.
We got a new video posted onto Twitter where they did Cortes y Charlas, a new series apparently where they are focused on, it looks like academy players, maybe,
but
or
I don't know why they would give them
youths.
jerseys. Like, they must be community youths.
Yeah.
I don't know, like just youths in Austin. Because I don't know why they would give them jerseys with their own name, like with their names on them, if they were already academy players, right?
That's a good call. But it looks like they went to Barbon's barbershop, and our amazing friend Cassie is featured in the video, giving some
Cassie Cuts Weird.
dope haircuts.
Yeah, and Julio and Emmy show up, and they give this really like sweet, motivating little speech.
They answer questions from the boys and talk to them while they're in their like in the barbershop haircut or the barbershop chairs, and the whole thing just really feels so cool and tied into the piece that our friend Brian C. Parker at Brian C. Parker everywhere on the internet just did for Austin Monthly.
Yeah.
And so I
feel like this is the Swoontower effect.
honestly, I am loving all this haircut content.
Yeah.
I think we are really blessed in 2023 to be on the receiving end of all of this.
Agreed.
And so if you haven't seen the video yet, definitely check it out. It's posted to all the Austin FC socials, and it's just so heartwarming and so pure, and the cuts look so good.
Yes.
If I weren't cutting my own mohawk right now, Cassie, I'd be in your chair.
All right, so we are at the final segment of today's short little episode of Swoontower Soccer, the man of my jersey, where I every time we do an episode, I pick a new favorite player because I can't commit to anything in my life. So the man of my jersey tonight is gonna be John Gallagher. John, I would give you a 99 in every category of EAFC. You would have 100%. I don't think you can give 100s. Can you get 100?
I don't know.
I'll give you 100. I'll give you 105. I'll give you a point for every degree it's been outside for the last 6 months. It made me upset to see how undervalued he is, and like for him to have to like react to that live on camera, because clearly it upset him. And like, I know a lot of it was a fun little video, but I just feel like he is such an incredible athlete, and I hope you know that we appreciate you more than EA.
Yeah. Cram it, EA.
Yeah. Cram it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us everywhere on the internet. Moontower is the best dads in the whole world. And so thanks, as always, to them. Make sure to give those ratings and reviews. Tell your friends about the shows, because y'all are the reasons that we get to do this. So thank you.
We love you. Bye.